Do you want to learn how to find content ideas to attract or grow your existing audience? Well, today I'm going to share with you several places that you can go to find content ideas so you'll never run out. And these are going to be content ideas that your audience is interested in and trying to find the answer to. Let's get started. The first place that we're going to head to is a website called Quora. So the first thing you're going to do is go over to the search bar of Quora. So once I type in digital products, for example, you're going to see a lot of different questions that people have posted to Quora where they're looking to get answers. So the way that Quora works is people who are part of the Quora community, they will jump in and provide answers to these questions. Well, because these questions are being asked, all you have to do is simply take and jot down a few of these questions, and now you can create content around those questions. Now, this to me is a perfect way because you can actually just go to Quora, type in the information. Now, you probably will have to set up an account. I have an account with Quora, but mine is a free account. And so what you're able to do then is just simply scroll through, find questions, jot them down, and now whenever you're trying to figure out what type of content you want to create around a specific topic, you can just refer to these questions and start creating content around that. You're going to be surprised that simply by answering questions that people are looking for, you're going to be able to create a wealth of content, and people are going to be searching for that content because you are answering the specific questions that they're asking. The next place that we're going to go is a website called AnswerThePublic.com. And what you're able to do with Answer the Public is to put in a specific topic. And with that topic, once you hit search, you're going to be able to get questions that people are asking about that. But it's a little different from Quora because this is going to really expand the questions that people are asking into a variety of different formats. So what you're going to do is, for example, type in, let's say, content creation. Now, if you notice, you can select the region that you're interested in. You can even search search by language. And then you're simply going to hit search. Once you hit search, you're going to then be given the results of that. Now, one thing you should be aware of with respect to AnswerThePublic.com is you get 2 free searches per day if you don't have an upgraded account. If you have an upgraded account, then of course you get even more. I've typed in content creation, and what I want you to see is that it has returned 379 results around the content creation topic. So right here, 75 different questions, all right? And they're going to break this down for you. So for example, you're going to see the questions around questions that start with how, other questions that start with when, where, why, will, who, can, what, which, are. So for example, if we were to start with, let's say, how, you can take a look at this and it says how content creators make money. Well, that's a topic you could create content around. What is content creation? Where to learn content creation? So again, this is a series of questions that you can in fact start answering based upon the specific topic that you're interested in. Now, you'll notice as I scroll down, it's going to provide even more results. So I want to get down to this section where it talks about the alphabetical section. Now, this is a great way to look at things because you can see even more things that individuals are looking for. So for example, content creation course, content creation calendar. This is content creation best practices. And understand that whatever search term you put in, you're going to have access to the same information. Now, my recommendation to you, since you only get 2 searches per day on the free plan, make sure to download the results that you get. So the easiest way to do that is to come over to this down arrow. You're going to click on that, and once you click on it, it's going to automatically create a file for you. So once you look at that file, this is kind of what you're going to see. It's going to come to you, but all of the information that in form of questions is going to be listed there. And then of course you can save this for future reference. So that is a great tool for you to be able to use. So remember, that's answerthepublic.com. All right, the next tool that we're going to take a look at is one that I know you're familiar with, but I want to show you a couple different ways that you can use it so that you're able to really get the most out of this practice. So we're going to go over to google.com. Now I know you know Google, so I'm going to type in digital products. Now I'm not going to hit enter, because what I want you to see is all of the things that it's going to return. Now you notice it's returned digital products to sell in 2022, digital product ideas, digital products examples. You want to make sure that you jot down all of these different results, because these are things that people have in fact searched for. So you can create content around these topics as well. So instead of it just being digital products that perhaps you were considering, now you have, for example, something you can create would be digital product examples. This is a great tool for you to use in that it's going to give you, it's going to really expand the topic for you. Now, another thing I want you to see is once I hit enter, of course it's going to return various results, but I want to scroll all the way to the bottom of this. Now, once I scroll all the way to the bottom, what you're going to see are some additional items. So these are even more topics that you can consider creating content for. Another thing you should be aware of is up at the top, or closer to the top, there's a section that says people also ask. So here are some additional things that you can jot down, which will also give you information that people are looking for answers to. And of course, this is another way that you can find topics to create content around. All right, so Google is a great way for you to get information on content that you can potentially create based upon what people are actually searching for. Leave me a comment below and let me know if you're currently creating content. Also, I'd love to know how you're figuring out what content you should be creating. Now, the next one that we're going to head over to is one I absolutely know that you're familiar with because you're watching it right now. And this is going to be YouTube. Now, YouTube is also a search engine. As a matter of fact, it's the second largest search engine behind Google, and Google happens to own YouTube. So I want you to also see how we can put this to use in terms of trying to find additional things, but we're going to put a twist on it this time. So I'm going to start off by typing in digital products. Now what we're going to do is do what I call play the alphabet game. So once you type in your main phrase, of course you're going to see a series of topics that are going to pop up, which again are also great items that you can jot down and create content around. But by playing the alphabet game, which just simply means you put in the main topic, hit the space bar, and now you're going to type in the letter A. And you'll see that you get a whole different set of content ideas based upon the results that are returned. Now, you'll see it says digital products Amazon, digital products affiliate marketing, digital products affiliate programs. So even more ways that you can create content. Now, once you go through and exhaust the letter A, just go back to the space bar, delete the A, and put in a B. And now you'll get an entirely new set of items that are going to be returned to you. So this is a great way for you to really have an unlimited supply of things that people are actually searching for, because everything that it is returning here are things that people have searched for. And of course, if they're searching for it, they're either looking to get more information on it or they're looking for answers to questions that they have. And that's where your content creation comes in handy. This next strategy involves you identifying individuals who have audiences that are similar to your ideal customer. Now, what you want to do is to find someone that has a relatively large audience. And here's what you're going to be doing. You'll go to Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, and essentially what you're going to do is to find a fairly popular video or a fairly popular post. And what you're going to do is to scroll through the comments and look for questions that people are asking. Once again, this is a way for you to identify questions that people are trying to find answers to. So what you're going to do is to simply jot down those questions, those especially that you know for a fact that you can either answer right off the top of your head, or perhaps with a little bit of research, you could in fact become knowledgeable about that topic and then create content around that. So that's a perfect way to do it. It doesn't matter whether or not the person that they commented on has answered the question. You want to put your own spin on it and create content the way you would create it, using your own words, using your own strategy, using your own suggestions. That's how you're doing it. You're not stealing anybody's content. You're simply finding questions that the audience is asking, because obviously if those individuals are asking those questions, it's a valid question. And now the strategies we've talked about so far are great for individuals that are either brand new, have no audience, or have very limited audiences. However, if you do in fact have an audience, one of the best ways to find out content to create is simply to ask your audience. You could in fact just have a poll that you post to your Instagram stories. You could do a poll on, for example, YouTube if you happen to have a YouTube channel under the community tab. You could post something pretty much on any of your social media accounts. And essentially what you're going to be doing is just asking people, what type of content would you like for me to create? And as your audience grows, you're going to find that they're going to have so many content ideas for you that you'll never run out of content you can create. Sometimes they'll ask for a part 2. Sometimes they'll ask for a topic that you've been meaning to get around to covering, but you haven't done so as of yet. So I highly recommend that you take the time to poll your audience, because that's going to be a great way for you to find out content ideas that you can create. And because they're specifically asking for it, you know for a fact that they're going to be interested in getting the answer. So there you have it, a lot of different options on how to find content ideas. If you've learned anything from this video, do me a favor and give it a like. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified every time I post a new video, where I provide you with tips and strategies on how to start, build, and scale a successful and profitable online business. Now, before you head out, you'll definitely want to watch this video where I share with you 5 types of content that will grow your audience. You'll definitely want to watch this video. It's going to give you the exact type of content that definitely grows an audience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.